Hi, hi, hi. Okay, I'm coming on live, a little bit impromptu, not so planned. So just wait a few moments to see if anyone comes on. Fingers crossed I can see the comments. Now, if I was really smart, I'd put them on my iPad here, but hopefully I will see them, yeah, as we go. So I just want you to pop in and say a big hello. We've had an influx of new members, which is amazing. We upgraded the group from anxiety bullshit busters to masters of magnetism, and there's a reason for that, and I may go into it today. So this is really on anything and everything, but also to officially introduce myself as well for those of you on the group that maybe haven't been as active as some of the others, or particularly those of you that are new to the group. Massive welcome. This is going to be wild. And to those of you that have just jumped into the anxiety bullshit container. So you would have seen a few ladies coming on, jumping in, doing that course, okay? So absolutely hats off, and go ahead and support them, get involved. And if you want to be part of that, I do have a bit of an announcement for you, probably be towards the end of this live, okay? Hi Anna Priyan, nice to see you, darling. Okay, so I wanted to really introduce myself a little bit more, tell you a little bit more about me, what's happening in this group. It's a bit of a free flow. So if there's anything you've been wanting to ask or you want any more information on, then do. And then I'll give you the announcements probably towards the end, but it might come out before, who knows. So when you come on, or if you're coming on to the replay, then just hashtag replay and let me know that you're here. And if you've got any questions, I can answer them, okay? All right, so what I wanted to say is, don't let the glitz and glam fool you, yeah? Now, I'm sitting here in this quite a glamorous place where I'm now living in Bali, which is incredible magnetism, yeah? Hello, magnificence. Hi, Carrie, I love that. So I'm sitting here in this place, but yeah, throughout my life, you know, I've lived a very successful, glamorous life on the surface, like many of us do, okay? But the message here is not to be fooled by that, okay? Not that it's not real, but not to be fooled by that, okay? Because a little bit about my story. So I was physically abused from when I can remembering. I'm looking down here, so I keep to some notes that I took, so I don't go completely off track, but I might go off track anyway. Yep, depends on what you come up with and if there's any questions. Okay, so we'll keep it light. So I was physically abused when I can remembering. Okay, I faced the suicide of my father and then 2 other close relatives suicides. Yeah, all before I was 30. Okay, being disowned at 17 to face the world alone, abusive relationships, and the list goes on and on in different things that have gone on throughout my life, okay, but you get the picture. So now I'm not one, well, I never was one to feel sorry for myself, yeah, or feel like a victim, or even in those situations I never felt like a victim. I somehow felt very powerful, right? But you'd think, being in some of those situations, that you feel like a victim, right? So I'm really out there for the women that, and men, yeah, because we're open up to men as well now, that are suffering, but are, you know, they're not victims, yeah? So nor did I think this was a reason to not have the life I dreamed of. An excuse or a reason, right? Because some people are like, I can't believe how strong you are. How have you got through all of that? I'm kind of like, did I have a choice? Which was me, but you do have a choice, right? Yeah, you could end up all kinds of different scenarios, okay? But for me, I didn't think that that was something I should not have in life, what I desire and what I dream for, okay? And I learned really, without realizing, but this is what I was learning, and some of the work that I've now pioneered and put together through all my different learnings. I learned to really leverage pain into power, yeah? I became like an expert at it without actually realizing I was even doing it at the time, yeah, many years ago. Hi Hannah, darling, let us know how you're doing. How are you going on the Anxiety Busters? I'm live, so if you've got questions, feel welcome to ask them here, okay? And get some hotspot coaching, channeling, whatever. Hi. Okay. So I really learned to leverage my pain into power, okay? That's really my gift, if you like. And master what it takes to heal fast, okay? Because there's lots of stuff out there, and sometimes it's like, fucking hell, why doesn't it work for me? Yeah, why doesn't it work? I've got all the flipping awareness in the world. Yeah, I still have these, in parts of my life, I still have these triggers, right? And it's connected to a root wound, okay? A root wound. And that's what I channel release for you, okay? And that in itself is magnificent, okay? And then we go further than that. So that's my story, okay? So I'm now a global player who is really revolutionizing, I can't even say that, women all over the world, yeah? To be liberated, to be powerful, to be profitable, okay? And when I say profitable, I mean in every area of life, yeah? Not just not just one or two, while the others suffer as a consequence of either your passion, yeah, or your success, right? Which is what a lot of, like a trade-off. A lot of women are living, and men in that way. I'm just gonna cough, sorry. I've just been on a 2-hour mammoth call with my amazing clients. Emily's here, she's back for more. Hannah, yes, not quite sure what stage I'm at. Emails, Facebook group posts, etc. Okay, Hannah, I have Voxed you, I believe. But you have received your first class today for the Anxiety Bullshits container. So watch that. You've also been tagged into an activator, Activator 2, which is in the announcement section. So pick that up and go with those two. Otherwise, you're doing brilliantly. Carry on. It's all unfolding just as it needs to. Okay. Hi, Emily. No idea how I missed the start of this laugh out loud. I must have been taking too long to make my coffee. All right, well, I'm glad you're here now, darling. Yeah, so Liberate Me is the formula that I put together in the first days of my brand or my business or whatever you want to call it coming together. Okay, Hannah, perfect. And really I was hoping to sell it maybe, I don't even know, like for maybe a few $100s or something like this to like some clients, my ideal clients, people that might want to do this. You know, there was a lot of uncertainty at that time. Yes, our Liberate Me coaching session was amazing today. I feel so energized. Love it. Brilliant. That's what we want. Okay. Instead, the response I got from the women that initially went through the process, which has developed and developed and developed, obviously, since then, was incredible. Okay, so it really launched on a global level very quickly. So I have clients in the US, the UK, Australia, Singapore, Hong Kong, Asia, like, yeah. So I didn't really expect that to happen, obviously, okay? And this is the importance of understanding manifesting, right? In the old way of doing things, in the law of attraction way of doing things, that would not be possible. I would have had to visualize it for it to have come true, right? And that's why there's a lot of bullshit in those teachings, okay? Not disrespecting them, okay? It's just that things have up-leveled, okay? And the groundwork of my teachings are in the anxiety bullshit container. It's more than just about anxiety, okay? So you don't need to have severe anxiety to do it, okay? Because anxiety is just like any worry, any uncertainty, okay? Whatever level that's at. I really should have got some water. So you're going to have me. Okay. So it really, went global, having some raving reviews and clients coming in, which was incredible. Claiming that this work had really been the answer to what they're seeking, right? And I get that because I've had a long journey, which you're going to hear a little bit about today, okay? And totally come in with questions or comments or whatever, okay? So something, what they called it was something that works fast, yeah? And is permanent, okay? A permanent change. So unlike therapy, yoga, things we do to help us day to day, meditation, exercise, holidays, whatever it may be, whatever you're using for that temporary fix or relief, yeah? Instead for it to be gone, right? Or just trying to be positive, this constant, which is utter bullshit as well. Yeah, that's not what we're here to be, right? We're here to be your truth, okay? Hi Paula, say hi. So all of these women, all of my clients, all of them, throughout the years are smart, highly successful, some of them, yeah? Or they're successful, they don't even realize they're successful, okay? Some famous, some have, but they suffered, right? They suffered in one or more areas of their life, okay? And where in others there were huge success. So other areas of their life, massive success, very much like myself, okay? Which you're going to hear a little bit more about. And they had massive success in that area of their life, whether that was work or with friendships, and they were respected. But then it made no sense because in other areas of their life, say their marriage or their relationship with their children or their family or their culture or whatever it may be, was strained or just a shit show, right? A hot mess. And so they felt like fakes. They felt like they live in a double life or something, right? And maybe the other success they had can't be true because everything isn't perfect, okay? So they could not really own their own brilliance or talent. And you get this with a lot of celebrities, right? A lot of celebrities are full of wound and shadow, and not being able to really truly believe in their talent, okay? From the likes of Madonna, Lady Gaga, you see their mental and emotional struggles, okay? And it's not because they lack talent, yeah? Hi, Tammy! The Tammy's in the anxiety bullshit container. Nice to see you here, darling. If you've got questions, great place to ask them because I'm doing an impromptu live, so I'm happy for it to be anything and everything. And I'm telling everybody here, the new members, a little bit more about who I am, what I fucking do, some announcements, and then just interweaving a bit of Q&A throughout. Yep, so I'm happy to serve you in any way that you like, okay, for as long as I'm on today. So really it makes no sense why they feel that way, right? Like the fakes. It's like they couldn't really own their brilliance. I don't know if you've ever felt like that. Like you're talented, you've got value, right? But you can't own it. You can't own your brilliance, okay? Or your talent. Or you're holding deep inside, a secret deep inside sort of piece of themselves that is ashamed, yeah? Or you're ashamed of a piece of your life, okay? Not all of it, but that kind of deletes the other parts as well, okay? Emily, Sharon, Paul, get on this now if you're free, or definitely watch the replay ASAP. Thank you, Emily. And yeah, Sharon is on the Anxiety Bullshit Busters as well. So yeah, like Emily says, totally come on, ask any questions you have. If you can get on now, get the fuck on. I believe if you want to share, I don't know if you can share, but you can invite people into this group, okay? So if there are people you think that would benefit from this group, invite them in, okay? I will have a look and they can come in. We have some rules of ways of being in Liberate Me. If you don't know what they are, then ask me. They're more, respecting the integrity of the work than anything else. But there might be a share button, I'm not sure. But if there is, you can also share the live if you feel like these things would benefit others. Yeah? But with Liberate Me, these clients, soon realized there was nothing wrong with them, right? There was nothing actually wrong with you. You're not mad. They were not fake at all, right? And actually there was a root cause, that they had no control over. It's in your subconscious, okay? So it's not even what you think it is, even if you can remember back to your childhood. It's very finite, the root of it, okay? And when that is removed, at its core, which is my specialty, my spiritual surgical work, if you like, done with love, but no fucking about, cause their lives to change overnight, literally, once they've been through this process, okay? So where it no longer exists in their system. So it's not about managing it, or going to therapy and feeling a little bit better, then it's back again, okay? Emily says, oh my God, yes, this is me. Could never take a compliment or admit to being a singer. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So the results of this were phenomenal, right? So whether it was a difficult relationship or a hot mess relationship that turned into an incredible relationship, and this is without them having to do anything with that person, okay? So without confronting or going out there with all guns blaring, okay? Because it's a lot of it is an inside job, and then you get the outside results. Not wholly, but mostly, okay? And there were medical conditions that my clients have had, back problems, some for lifetime skin problems, that were or fatigue, exhaustion problems, and trying to get it diagnosed, and either it's not able to get it diagnosed, or they're diagnosed with something and they feel they're stuck with this. There's kind of diseases and illnesses that are incurable, apparently, okay? Gone, okay? So they're kind of eliminated, they've been cured, right? And really, clients with anxiety that is, for some it's severe, for others it's less so. They've got so, like me, I just got really good at living with it. I used to have panic attacks every night, in the bar. I just thought it was fucking normal. I didn't even know, right? So it's not necessarily that it's, breakdown time and you're on a medication for it. You might be. Many of my clients have been as well, okay? And doing this work, it disappears, right? It disappears, okay? And then some of them have come in and done this work on 5 times their income, and sometimes, depending where they are, 6 weeks, 10 weeks, or certainly in the time we worked together, or landed massive promotions in their career that they didn't feel they could even put themselves forward for, let alone for it to happen or for it to just land on their lap, okay? Getting invited to speak, present, lots of different things happening, okay? And seemingly their words is, it feels like it's magic, right? It's magic. How the hell has it happened? And it was a knock-on effect. So one of my clients wasn't able to have a baby, became pregnant, wasn't able to get promoted at work, got promoted, was very insecure with her husband for no logically good reason, yeah, which caused a lot of upset because she couldn't handle him being around other women, okay. That completely turned around and the relationship, you know, transformed, yeah. So they're like, how the fuck is this happening? I haven't done anything, right? So my work's very immersive, okay, and direct, I guess, is a way to explain it. Yeah, so all kinds of transformation, finding a soulmate, getting married after years of not being married because they couldn't even admit that they wanted to get married. You know, you can't get what you don't want in life, yeah? Or you can't be open to receive even what's available for you, even if you don't know you want it yet. But it's destined for you, okay? It's destined for you. That's the kind of longing we have, okay? So for me, I had a lifetime and 18 years in the corporate international stage, if you like, working all around the world as a board member in $1 million companies is what I did. So from the tender age of 22, I was working up those ranks. And I was trying everything to fix that pain inside of me, okay? To fix myself, and it only got worse, really, like in those pieces of my life. So I, you know, you name it, therapists, psychics, hypnotists, intuitives, self-help books, my God, so many self-help books, retreats, exercise, getting obsessed with exercise, things like that. So you get the picture. You named it, I tried it. I don't know if any of you have ever been there in that space yourself, okay? And if you have, share it. So it really was a successful, self-made woman, yeah? Everything was super great. Super fucking great on the outside, okay? And my success was real. It was real success, yeah? I couldn't enjoy it. And that is the cause of our demise, yeah? When we can't enjoy it, right? We don't have joy. And literally that's what anxiety, worry, and all those things are, and that's coming from that root wound, okay? And shadow as well. So it was real, my success, but like I say, I was suffering in other parts of my life quite severely, right? In abusive relationships and things like that I've mentioned, okay? So it's like I was doing some sort of trade-off or something, and it didn't make any sense because I'm a successful, strong woman, right? So what the fuck? How is that happening? So, and I guess you get into this mindset of, oh, well, you can't have it all, right? I don't know if you ever heard that. You can't have it all. Hi, Miss Sheeta. Nice to see you, darling. Say hi. Any questions, ask them. It's in anything and everything. So I'm just going to harp on about my story and some other announcements. But if you want something, now is your time to ask, and I, you know, which is freaking gold, because I will answer it and channel whatever's coming up for you, okay? So do that if you'd like. So, yeah, so I was suffering, right? So I had it all on the surface. I mean, I had it, right? And I knew somehow, I knew the answer to solve all of this. Which is fucking bonkers. Like, how do I know the answer? I would go see a therapist and sit there and go, "What's that? Yeah, that's not it. That's not the answer, right?" Which is ridiculous. She's the fucking professional, right? Paying her good money, right? But I knew that. I just sort of knew that, and it was bonkers to have that feeling. And it's like this knowing we have, right? Like there's something bigger, I know something, and I should be doing something, but I don't know what it is. All of that, right? But it was not so bonkers. You know, when I later realized, when my giant genius came out, yeah, my true gift, my talent, yeah? And this is not really something you create out of nothing. It's something that you're here to deliver. You don't have a fucking choice. You're here to deliver it and go for that experience and bring it to this planet Earth, okay? And that's why there's always a little, why am I fucking happy? I've got it all, or whatever, right? So we all have one. So we all have that genius, yeah? That thing to bring to the world, that impact to have. It could be anything, right? But we all have that, and we all have the ability, which is the next level, to receive from the dark, the unknown, right? For things that we're unaware of, that we're here to do, to walk in. Yeah, and for our life to surge, really, and go at warp speed. So we're talking about 3 levels of consciousness here, yeah? I talk about the root wound, yeah? That's my main specialty. Then there's shadow, and then there's the light grid, and then there's the dark grid, okay? So the dark is like the unknown. And this is what we're working through in many ways, okay? Oh yeah, I'll stop there. I'll go off on one. Yeah. So that longing and that feeling inside of you, no matter what you've achieved, right, or no matter how much help you've had, there's still a little emptiness, okay? And that's what gets filled, okay, in the Liberate Me container, in a different way, not fulfillment, okay? It's a different kind of fullness to what you may know about now. Some of you will know, which is great. So for me, at that point, the final breaking point came, yeah? But there were many before. There are many breaking points. I'm just telling you about the latest one, okay? So a brilliant, former, wealthy, successful, accomplished corporate director that lived all over the world, me, yeah, who helped to run and build billion-dollar businesses, yeah. I'm just going to try to see your comment here, darling. I have to press the screen. Okay. How do you find true talent and genius in terms of tangible thing? Not sure if I have suppressed my exact genius. I know that it's somewhere. Yeah, that's a great question. Okay, Hannah. So you don't find it, number one. Okay, because it's not to be found. It already exists. Okay. So it is about removing your root wound, so that's healed and released, and then moving through your shadow, your energetic shadow, yeah, and decreeing what your vision is from that point, or skipping and having yourself receive your genius from the dark, from the unknown, so it can just walk into you. Yeah, so it's not for you to find, okay? You already know some of it, you don't know all of it, because the dark always has more for us, okay? But the first stage is really, I know, yeah? And it's about healing that root wound, releasing it, and then alchemizing disbelief, yeah, into gold, okay? So yeah, so to answer your question, yes, you have suppressed it because it's there, right? It's not to be found, right? It's kind of a rebirth of what was already there before it got corroded with all the shit, yeah? All the wounds, all the experiences, and some from this life, past lives. But with the work we do, we don't have to go through all of that shit. We don't dwell. I channel that wound quickly and we release it, okay? And then we start to alchemize. And then you become a magnet for what you desire. You're clear on it by the time you've alchemized. Then you become a magnet for what you desire. And then there's a level beyond that now as well, okay? Where there's more genius available for you from the dark, from the unknown, the things, the realms we can't see, okay? That will walk in as well as you go through these different steps. So understanding them is important, yeah? And just by doing that, shifts happen, okay? I know it's somewhere. Exactly. Yeah, you said yourself, I know. Yeah, yes, it needs releasing so that I can serve others and my clients. Exactly. Yeah, because if you're, yeah, I mean, right? We teach, what is it? We teach what we need to learn sometimes, right? That's what it's about. Absolutely. Yeah, and it needs releasing for you, first and foremost, right? For your joy, okay? Not out of any guilt or serving it for clients. I mean, that's just a natural side effect, okay, of stepping into your light and into the dark, okay, and into your brilliance, okay, and really owning that, yeah, and not feeling any of those things, any of that confusion or uncertainty, okay. So I hope that answers your question, darling. Let me know. Yeah, so for me, that was the final breaking point. So I was really staring down the doom and gloom at the age of 37, I think this was, or 36, something like that. With no savings, no job, fired, so-called. I was let go, but you know, what do they call it? I can't even remember. I mean, that might have so washed out the unfair dismissal, is that it? Something like that, right? Let go for the third time from board level roles, yeah? From board level roles, yep. So I wasn't getting the message, clearly, because I kept losing shit and then doing it again and losing it. And I was like, what the fuck's going on? I mean, I always felt out of place, and those clients that I described were exactly how I felt, yeah? So I was not getting it. I was not getting my genius, right? I wasn't getting it. I wasn't getting the message that I was needed elsewhere, okay? I was needed elsewhere. So I was a single woman facing homelessness, okay? So I do not have any, well, as I said at the start, my father committed suicide. My mom is, yeah, diagnosed with all kinds of shit, okay, unofficially. So I do not have parental support. Like I said, I went out at 17 and I was on my own, right? So for me, it's always I have me and I have me to rely on, period. That's it. That's it, you know, which led me into being a sovereign very early in my life, yeah, and alchemizing quickly to get to where I needed to be, okay, in some areas of my life, okay. So I had known there was no way I could go back to the corporate world. I just said, no, I'm not going to go back. I had no clue what was going to happen after that, okay? And this actually links into what you're saying there, Hannah, about genius, right? And how does it happen? Where does it come in, right? It doesn't have to happen at a breaking point, okay? So if you're not at breaking point, jump into one of the containers here, do the fucking work. You don't have to be in crisis or breaking point, okay? Just to clear that up, at all right? But that's unfortunately the way it happens for a lot of people, because we're pretty dumb and stupid, right? We kind of push through logically, because we're not human. We don't think there's anything else that exists sometimes, right? That is more powerful than us. So it's about that. Let me just see this comment here. Oops. Hi Hannah, the fact that you have even said this, I think, means that you definitely have hidden genius and that reality is there for you. Yeah, really good point, Emily. Yeah, it's there for everybody, right? Everybody has it. Everybody, right? No one's exempt. So there was no going back for me into the corporate world, yeah? There was no going back. Well, I said no, right? I said no, because we lead our lives. We are the CEOs of our lives, believe it or not. We do have actual choices. That took me a long time to realize, yeah? But I was doing this work as I was going along and creating things I didn't even know I was creating. So everything is happening for a reason, right? In a kind of fucked up way, but it is, okay? And that's why you can turn alchemized shit into gold, yeah? Bad experiences into what you want, even if the bad experience is completely unrelated to what you want. So you could be having a bad time in your relationship and you want 6 clients in your business, right? But the work you need to do is in your relationship, okay? You need to alchemize that, you need to heal that, okay? And then the energy grid that's linked to lights up, and the thing you want goes boom and rushes in, okay? So I was doing this before I knew I was doing it, okay? All right, I was doing it before I knew I was doing it, okay? People say, how the hell do you do it? How do you manifest this? How the hell? How did you get that job? How did you move to Singapore? How did you move to Hong Kong? All these things. And I was like, you know, I had coaches that were saying to me, oh my God, we need you to run a class. You manifest on stories. What are you doing? I'm like, not a lot. I just have a lot of fun, right? I have a lot of fun. And there was the key, right? There's a key. Because if you're in anxiety, worry, fear, it's a block. They are blocks. Then nothing can come in, right? Not even what is already there, let alone beyond that. Okay? Does that make sense? So I knew I couldn't go back to the corporate world. It was not my world. Some of you may have had that experience. Family and friends thought I'd lost the fucking plot after 18 years building a career, and I was at the top of my freaking game. My next step was CEO, right? That's where I would have gone in the corporate world. And I said no to a six-figure role. When I was offered this once I lost my job. When I had no money to pay my rent, I had enough for the next month, but I didn't have enough for the month after, okay, if no money came in. I didn't even know if I could stay in Singapore where I was living at the time, because my permit would be running out, so I stood in zero security, and risk, and this is what it takes for genius to walk in, It doesn't walk in when we keep filling ourselves up, like work, busyness, friends, family, whatever it may be, right, food, right, but it lights up when, it lights up or it comes in when we have the ability to stay still, right? To allow things to dismantle, fall apart in front of our eyes and just go, and kind of be the eye in the storm, right? Gracefully. Okay? So I stood, in zero security with risk, a high appetite for risk, right? Yet I knew something was on the horizon, but I had no idea. I didn't know I'd be a coach, and now I don't even know what I am, right? Because I'm now going through this journey where I'm sitting with the dark and letting the unknown come in, and I started as a coach, and I call myself a transformation coach. Then I was like, I don't really coach, I channel, so I'm like a psychic, because we are all psychic as well. If we can hone those abilities. So it just keeps moving. Whatever it is, it fucking works, right? It works for me, and it works for my clients and the people I help, right? My tribe. So it was pure trust, right? I'm willing to pay the price, whatever that was. If that meant I would be homeless, or I would have no money, I'd get chucked out of the country. I used to have these things, if it's meant to be, it's meant to be. I don't have that anymore, but that's the kind of things I was saying that too, because that's bullshit, right? But, because you are the CEO of your life, right? So if you want it, it comes into play, because it's already available for you. It's just in a different realm, a different reality, if you like, and your reality that you're experiencing is also real. So that needs to be healed, released, and alchemized for that. The thing you want, the vision, to rush in, okay? Or for that gap to sort of close, So I dared to be still, right? I dared, I'm a daring kind of girl. I've jumped out of planes, bungee jumped, and so if you're not daring, go do some daring things, okay? And that may be different, like what is daring to you may not be daring to me, right? So it's all relative, okay? But yeah, go do something daring today. Yeah, something you wouldn't usually do. So this is when Liberate Me was born, right? And it is born because it already exists. It's like a baby, right? You love the baby before it arrives, right? I was using this analogy just now, I think, in one of my client calls. It's already there. Okay, so it's the same with your genius. It's already there. Okay. So I hope that answers your question a little bit more, Hannah, and what it takes. Okay. So the formula is key stages, the Liberate Me formula. Okay. And it's not dwelling, and it doesn't mean there's anything fucking wrong with you at all. And it's really nothing like you've experienced before. Unlikely, right? I do not believe, because there's only one of me on the planet. Okay? That's why there's no such thing as copying or whatever, because you can't copy, even if you took what I'm saying and that's okay with me. Yeah? Because we all have a unique energetic signature, and we all have a different way of delivering that, and we're all talking in code anyway, and communicating to our higher selves, if you like, rather than our human. And it's our human we need to murder, because our human is archaic, okay? And you'll learn about this as you go through the containers, okay? So it's really the finest couture. When you walk into one of the Liberate Me containers, it's a couture experience, right? It's demanding, I guess, or commanding, right? And it is the most transformational experience, yeah? And it is the most incredible tools that have helped get those results that I talked about, yeah? Not my claims, my clients as well, right? And mine, because I want to own my genius, right? And those steps that I take you through are root wound identification, yeah, which I will channel for you, healing, release, not healing for ages and ages and ages, yeah, there's a way of doing it, it's very precise, yeah, and then releasing, so it no longer exists in you, then becoming a magnet, and then going into quantum leap, quantum flight towards your, so that's just physics, right? And how we defy reality and time, okay? And then beyond that, okay? Into alchemy and beyond alchemy and lots of different levels, okay? So Liberate Me is only available on those higher couture levels to women that meet specific, and men, because it's opening up to men now, that meet specific requirements, okay? And that's not because I'm being a bitch. That's because that's the only way to benefit from it. That's the only way to benefit from it. So I could send you a couture dress, right? I could say, hey, I'm going to send you a couture dress in the post. In the post. Have it delivered to you. Hi, Michelle. Say hello, darling. Say hello. And this isn't anything and everything. I'm telling you some of my story. Yeah, but you can ask questions and take advantage while I'm here live hanging out with you guys today. Emily, I second that. Only been with Liberate Me for 2 weeks and my life is so different already. Yeah, mwah. Thank you, Emily, for saying that. It's fucking awesome. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I'm not like, I like things to change fast. Most of us are getting to this shit at an age where we've already suffered for long enough in some capacity in your life, okay? If not all of it. I'm not saying it's all a fucking shit show, okay? So the parts that you have that are valid, okay? They're not deleted by the parts where you're suffering. Hello, Michelle. Ask any questions you have, okay? Anything. If it's something I'm talking about, that's cool. If it's not, that's okay too, okay? So yeah, so specific requirements. So this is why, I mean, I give probably tens of thousands of dollars, weekly away in value, yeah, for free. And people say to me, why are you doing this for free? But it's like I was saying, if I was to send you a couture dress in the post, yeah, I said, I'm going to send you a beautiful couture dress. You're going to love it, take it. It's good for you, it's going to suit you, right? And you kind of go, yeah, oh, that would be nice, but she doesn't know what I like. She doesn't know what colours I like. She doesn't know what size I am. She doesn't know if it's going to fit, right? So it's like, yeah, but it might be just fucking useless to me, right? So just if you think about it and you're going into a store or you're going shopping or whatever, you want to try it on, right? So I like to give a sample, not just so you can try it on, not because there's any lack of belief in the fucking work, but because there's a very high standard of the people that come into the couture container. Yeah, I don't know what that was. Of the Liberate Me container, okay? Where we do the big work, okay? So this is why, okay? This is why I like to give a sample, if you like, yeah? So you can try it on. So, to make sure. So if you enter a Liberate Me container, which I'm upping the standards of all the time, okay? Because I'm into, you know, everybody gets the results, okay? It's 100% conversion. So like 30% get results and, you know, 80% don't, okay? So that's why I keep upping the standards, okay? To keep that quality high and to make sure that the results. And what's really different, I think, about what I do is, yes, it's woo-woo and there's energy and spirituality behind it and the teachings behind that and the mastery of that, but there's also a real practical application of how this shit actually happens and works, and then just downright mentoring and practical help with different things that you're working on, whether that's your business, whether that's your relationship, whatever it is, okay? So it goes down the full swing of the spectrum. Yeah. So if you enter a Liberate Me container, you're going to know it's for you, okay? You're going to know. So the Liberate Me groups and containers are really the front seat, yeah, to the cutting edge, to stuff you haven't experienced before. It's kind of my private, luxurious VIP tour, if you like. Why, no matter what you achieve and what you have, or all of that, yeah, you still feel empty or unfulfilled, like a piece. You're like, what the fuck is my problem? Like, what is going on? Like, there's nothing wrong with you, by the way, okay? And the answer is really, and this is a piece I'd love for you to take in, is the fouled promises of the new age. The fouled promises of the new age and the light workers, okay? We're talking therapists here. We're talking surface level coaches, if you like, okay? And this isn't out of disrespect to any of these people, like, at all, okay? At all. It's just, they've been misguided, and misguided people take people on misguided paths, okay? And this is what now replaces it. This, Liberate Me, okay? And the work that we're doing here. So if you've had, or even if you have not, yeah? And like saying what I mean by that, it's a bit of a paradox, but I'll explain. If you've had therapy, business coaching, done courses, self-help books, yet nothing has really changed, or you've just never really, you're just like, and if that relates to you, then give me some thumbs up or love hearts. If you're hearing anything that relates to you, then do that. It's a way of energetically connecting with something, yeah, that you're actually watching and being with, yeah. It's not just your human that's here, yeah. Yeah. So So even if you haven't, because those things have, you've is that shit gonna work? That shit's not gonna work anyway. I'll just like soldier through. So that might be you as well, okay? But nothing's really changed. And maybe you'll have good feelings in the moment, or maybe you've cried and you felt something shifted, and then you just went back to your old self, okay? Or there hasn't been a massive shift, okay? Or you knew none of this was for you, like I said, and you wanted something effective, right? If you're anything like me, I like effective shit. I like things, no messing about, right? You're fast to learn stuff and you're fast to implement it, right? If you're that kind of person. That is a kind of, and that's what that is. It's a no messing about approach, Liberate Me, okay? And it is the sanctuary for real change and permanent change, okay? And results. So there's no other place like it that I know. Well, there isn't any place like it, like I said, because I am an original article and so are all of you. So there's no other place like it, okay? That you will get the truth and the change that sticks. And precisely what you desire fast, yeah? I am very dedicated and integral to my clients, and I'm holding their energy when we're speaking and when we're not. I'm working in that way, yeah? So you will be really witness to really the greatest orchestration, yeah, of emotional and energetic mastery, and how to manifest the unimaginable, right? Because in the law of attraction, you can only manifest the imaginable, not what you can't see. And even, because sometimes you can't even manifest that shit, right? Or you manifest it, you can't fucking enjoy it. So what's the fucking point of that? Yeah. Fucking useless. That shit is. Like, that shit is dead. Okay? It doesn't work. Okay? With the utmost respect and love. It doesn't work. Okay? So you can learn really how to master ecstasy without taking ecstasy. Right? For yourself, and become who you know you are. Who you really know you are. Okay? So you're going to be given, when you come into the container, yeah, if you came to work with me, that is, luxury access to portals, to experiences, that gives you access to the fast track. You know, this is for the athletes out there, right? Really. The transmissions, the coded live classes, yeah, where things shift, you don't even know how the fuck they're shifting. The activations, yeah. And a result that can only be described as magic to the human, and we are more than just our human, okay? It's not actually magic, even though, you know, it feels like that. We are actually, and when you know how to master that and become the perfect energetic and emotional environment, then, yeah, it's not actually magic, okay? You know how to do it, right? You have the manual, so to speak, okay? And then you can really enjoy that true ecstasy, yeah? In health, love, relationships, life, lifestyle, money, wealth, not one or the other, yeah? And not dictated by whether all those areas are perfect or not. They may not be perfect, okay? But you're still in your ecstasy state, okay? So a word about Liberate Me. So it really is a higher realm frequency, energy is what I'm delivering, yeah, for the best human words I can find. And it holds unimaginable demanding energy, yeah, and exacting standards, which are really being dictated by my clients' higher energies and my clients' higher exacting standards that they don't even know they have themselves, okay? But that's what I'm communicating with, okay? So it's extremely commanding, yeah, in that presence. So that is exactly the kind of activation that will call forth your higher realm, your genius, your desires, the unimaginable, right? To answer Hannah's question from earlier as well. And Michelle, if you have any questions, let me know, darling. I know you're quite new. Yeah. So the reality you long for to come into existence, okay? Hi, Carrie. Nice to see you, darling. Say hi. I think maybe that's not how you say it. Tail won't pronounce your names, by the way, so just ignore that. Yeah, to command your first class life into being. You're commanding it, not visualizing it, hoping for it, wishing for it, being intentional about it. That ship is limited in its success, yeah? For it to be sustainable and for it to go into overflow. Yeah, it's for that to be your consistent way of being, okay? So you won't find this vibration, the Liberate Me vibration, this magic anywhere else, right? Just like for you guys, they won't find your magic, your vibration anywhere else in the world, whatever it is that you're doing in the world or whatever you're experiencing, okay? And it comes at a high commitment to brilliance, right? To create brilliance. So that evolution really starts now, okay? So the announcement I had is that I have spots open for the Anxiety Bullshit Busters container. So this really is the foundation to understand the premise of this work and get immediate shifts in your life. Like it's fucking worth a lot, yeah? I mean, I put it, after doing it once live for free for a limited amount of time, I put it at a $785 price tag, which was, you know, it should be triple or quadruple that anyway, right? For the value that comes out of it, okay? But now I'm opening that up as the sample, okay? And a few spots at a time, because there are some conditions, yeah, for you to be accepted to take a spot in that. You are going to get one-to-one coaching support, or whatever you fucking call it, my support on Voxer for 2 weeks. You have to get through it in 2 weeks, so there has to be a full commitment, and to posting on the group. You know, I'll explain all that to you. If it talks to you, give me a yes in the chat now, or you can PM me, whatever, right? Or if you're here on the replay, hashtag replay, and say, yeah, I'm interested. It's in your welcome post, I've mentioned it. It is the foundation, and really, without knowing that stuff, being here is a bit of a waste of time, right? Because it's hard to catch up with what's going on, yeah? So that's my sample for you, okay? Where you're gonna get the full program, my support 2 weeks, the support in the group as well, okay? With some commitments you need to commit to have that, okay? So that's that. The other announcement I wanted to make, if you haven't fucking seen it, there's going to be a Liberate Me VIP day in Bali, here, in this beautiful place. It's just next freaking level what we'll be doing there, okay? I'll post a link up in the comments or something if you're interested. It's on the 5th of October. And it's just it's not a fucking retreat. So, you know, it's not meditation and yoga. We're gonna have fucking fun. Yeah. Okay? Because I like fun. So if you like fun too. So it's really gonna be something you've never really experienced before. And it's really preparing yourself. I mean, that's kind of stupid because you can't really prepare yourself. Just say yes. Yeah. Just say yes and come along. It's going to be an activating, luxurious day for you. We've got live music. We have live transmissions. Loads of stuff, okay? So it's next level consciousness that I'm going to be talking about. And we're going to be bringing forward and activations. There's going to be stuff for you to do the day before and do the day after. You don't have to be here the day before and the day after, because we'll spend that whole one day together and the evening. We're going to have a luxurious, fancy, full-on 5-star brunch. We're getting a private chef for, yeah, our evening dinner, yeah? And it's going to be a cocktail party for the evening. So lavish cocktail outfits, whatever that is to you. No, it doesn't have to be the typical thing, but whatever encapsulates you, okay? So at the moment, where are we? Yeah, so it's $500 for the next 24 hours, yeah? I believe it goes down the 20th or the 21st, but you can check the page. The next 24 hours, and then it goes up to $1,000, okay? And also, if you have friends to bring along or people that you think that this might be good for, even if you're not coming, I offer a very generous referral kickback, okay? So make sure you introduce them to me personally on PM or something like that, and you'll get that kickback, which is $200, okay? That's what you get. Yeah. Anything else I wanted to say about that? That's it. So for the ones that dare, I will see you on the inside. Yeah. Any more questions? Anything anyone wanted to say, add before I say goodbye? I hope to see some of you at the Bali VIP day. Yeah. What does this say? Oops. Emily Sanian, I think that says, few spots available for the 2-week sample of the Anxiety Busters online course with one-to-one support from Anita if you're up for it. Yeah, great. Totally tag people in, bring them into the group, let them know. And if you want to do it, then get in touch with me. The VIP day is open, so get in touch about that if you want to know more. I think the event is up in the group, so there's a link there which tells you more about it as well, okay? I love you all so much, and I will come on again live soon when the moment takes me. Okay, lots of love. Bye.